what these guys charge when you bring your phone. Get the facts, then switch to Total Wireless.
The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He leaves it with the back. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive.
NWSL Sundays on ESPN and streaming on the all-new ESPN app.
5.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Bean. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Tyler. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
As they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down. He gets down.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Otis. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Here's the handoff. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He's got him still on his feet. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And certainly when you're talking about you can't get in the meetings together, you can't do any of that.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Sneaks it into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a signal baller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. Fired, pulled the trigger, came down.
They covered the 3.5. I think they covered the 3.5. Listen, we know what happened last week when they had, turnovers. That's something that the Bills haven't been doing lately. I think they get back on track.
I took the Falcons solely because everyone else is going the other way, and when everyone goes one way, it always goes the other way. Okay, the battle of the two soft.
And attack the running back.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Bean. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle.
Oh, good.
Complete to the left. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Bean. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now
breaks into the open. And he's still running after the move. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wiggles free. The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. As they get set to snap it, just about to...
3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
End of the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And nobody able to handle that punt. One final play before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Reeder. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Otis. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wide receiver comes in motion. Someone not clear. Snap count, it'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Immediately fires to...
Now, what you can't do is take things that happen in the act of playing football and retaliate after the game. I don't care if you got blocked in the back. I don't care if you got cracked back. That's on the referees to officiate during the game. And now, if you want to dole out some physical punishment in return within the whistles, then you do that. It's inexcusable to go after the game and punch somebody in the helmet. It's also stupid, right? Now you're putting yourself in jeopardy. Now you're putting your team in jeopardy. And also, when you're the NFL and you're going to start to review this, you're going to look at his pass. You're going to look at the personal...
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire.
Come on, bro.
Makes the grab over the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
on the move. It's Hawkins. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Dropping back, it's Otis. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to run it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's thrown it and hurt.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too.
As much help as they can get, and now, with the potential elimination of Hughes, it's now going to be something that really puts the team on stress.
As they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
To the air, it's Bean. Fires to the wideout. Bennett slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Works the defense, holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. He works his way to the 21. You pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They take over late in the half and have time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Otis. Now sliding to his left. And some room to work. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Rides the back on the option, the give.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back on the move. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players. And
nowhere to go. Couldn't get it out in the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
Just airing out the dirty laundry post-game. Cam, I'll start with you. Is Tua the problem in Miami?
Man, this is op activity. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. And I don't like it. I've said publicly, I don't like talking to Tua, man. And if you're analyzing everybody's show up mode, or you checking people's attendance during a players only meeting, what does that say about the highest paid player in that roster? What does that say about the captain of that team? What does that say about the leader on that team? Sooner or later, we're going to have to start analyzing ourselves in the mirror, because when I look at Tua Tagovailoa's performance, even though he put his team in situations to win this game, he still had 3 interceptions. It doesn't look, I don't care whose fault it was, you still put yourself in position to say, okay, well, people ain't showing up for players-only meetings. Only reason why we have players-only meetings, RC, Stephen A. Smith, is because we're not doing things good. So you've got players that's checked out. You've got players that said, nah, bro, I'm good with this, because of everybody in that locker room. When are you going to start taking it upon yourself to the tongue of the Lord and say, hey, bro, listen, I'm going to put up, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to muzzle certain things.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Do what you could do to put yourself in the team in the best situation to win, but to sit up there and say, you're comfortable. That's how we expect it. You're comfortable.
Yeah, where do I get that ball? I feel like they get on it.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the 30.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He wants to go deep.
Kiss the ball.
He had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
To the air. It's Otis. It's complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. From the gun. Here comes the heat. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And a genuinely fun first half to break down, led by, I can't believe I'm saying this, that special teams unit. It's one of the most well-coached groups we've seen this season. They stay in their lanes, literally and figuratively, and right now they are complementing the offense and defense perfectly. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Back to pass, it's Otis. Trying to make magic with his feet. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Now on first down from the 28. The give to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and
turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking for a productive play on first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
No huddle offense to the line. He'll keep it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire on second down. They'll run the screen.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Bringing the heat. He makes a catch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. It's first and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Bean. Gets it out quickly. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked pickup of 3. It's 3rd and 7. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Motion from the wideout. From the gun. Give on the inside. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's swallowed up at the line of script tackle.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Flips it out on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Unloads quickly. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to slam it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Wide receiver going in motion. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bean. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. A first down for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Pushes ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, consider...
Scores on the snake.
And I tell you what, Reese,
we're in Happy Valley Saturday. He also lost a fan base. The fans had turned on him in such a toxic manner that the school had to take a look in the mirror and go, yeah, $49 million is a lot of bread, but he has to go. And but in context, 3 weeks ago, he was number 2 in the country and one of the favorites to win it all. There has never been anything like this before. It's unprecedented. No coach has ever fallen faster and harder than James Franklin.
It hurts me to say it because I'm incredibly supportive of black coaches, particularly in college football.
In a team, unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll see this offense again, making side adjustments here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fears the pressure. He's open on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the